Hello and welcome to a presentation on guided inquiry. My name is Andrew Johnston and I'll take you through an overview of the inquiry and research model called guided inquiry. Here's an agenda of what I'll be covering in today's presentation. I'll give a brief introduction about myself. We'll go over the objectives of the assignment, an overview of guided inquiry, discussing the foundations, principles, the benefits, and the role of the school librarian. Here's a little bit about me. I currently work full-time as the Senior Library Clerk at Cheektowaga Central School District in the middle school and high school library. I'm also pursuing my master's degree in Library and Information Studies with a concentration as a school library media specialist. This is my 4th semester and I am preparing for student teaching in the fall of 2014. These are the objectives of the assignment. Explain the importance of inquiry and research models in education. Explain the model, guided inquiry, in depth, including steps and important vocab. Briefly describe history and major players. Recommend or dissuade use of this model. So what is guided inquiry? Guided inquiry is an integrated unit of inquiry that is planned and guided by a team of school librarians and teachers. This allows students to gain deeper understandings of subjects, develop information literacy concepts, and 21st century skills. Guided inquiry is grounded in a constructivist approach to learning and on the information search process developed by Kuhlthau. The foundations of guided inquiry are grounded in a constructivist approach to learning. It builds knowledge by engaging students, uses Dewey's phase of reflective thinking through suggestion, intellectualization, guiding idea and hypothesis, and through reasoning. Guided inquiry also has a basis in the personal construct theory of George Kelly, the research and studies of Jerome Bruner, and Carol Kuhlthau's information search process. Here is Kuhlthau's model of the information search process, which along with constructivist thinking forms the basis of guided inquiry. Guided inquiry is most needed during the stages of exploration and formulation, and it is here that teachers and librarians can intervene to guide students through reflection and thinking. As in this stage of the information search process, students are often confused, frustrated, and express doubt. The ISP model describes feelings, thoughts, and actions of students as they are involved in a complex inquiry tasks in which they are required to construct their own understanding. I won't go into depth on the Kuhlthau model here, as this is just showing that guided inquiry is based on this model. Next, we have the 6 principles of guided inquiry. First is children learn by being active and engaged in the learning experience. We seek to motivate students to take ownership of their ideas and create something that matters to them. And through guided inquiry, we are helping them during the inquiry process, encouraging engagement and reflection throughout. Second principle is that children learn by building on what they already know. And here we develop students to build upon what they already know and to form a personal perspective of the world at large. And students are guided through the inquiry by asking questions like, what do I already know? What do I want to know? How do I find out? What did I learn? How do I use what I learned? And what will I do next time? The third principle is that we want children to develop high-order thinking throughout guidance at critical points in the learning process. This is where teachers and librarians intervene during an inquiry process, which allows the students to progress. This zone of intervention in guided inquiry can be thought of as those areas which a student needs advice or assistance, where normally they would not be able to complete a task on their own or complete the task with great difficulty. And this is where guidance at these critical points enhances learning and enables creative learning. The fourth principle is children have different ways and modes of learning. And here guided inquiry is planned to provide many ways of generating ideas using technology and electronic resources to reach all students. The fifth principle is children learn through social interaction with others. In this, guided inquiry uses small groups to develop social understanding in the learning process, allowing students to get a sense of community to promote learning and sharing in a learning experience. The final principle is that children learn through instruction and experience in accord with their cognitive development. Guided inquiry is carefully planned, closely supervised, targeted intervention by an instructional team that leads children through inquiry learning from the early years to their teen years. Its goal is to develop deep understanding and independent learning. Here are a few of the benefits of guided learning for students. Students will develop social, language, and reading skills, construct their own meaning, gain independence in research and learning, experience a high level of motivation and engagement, learn strategies and skills transferable to other inquiry projects. Here's some benefits for teachers. They share responsibility in the instructional team. They share their expertise with team members. Teach content and information skills simultaneously. Brainstorm and plan with more creativity. Experience enhancement of content areas of the curriculum. And finally, some benefits of guided inquiry for the school librarian. School librarians' involvement in meaningful learning with students. Shared responsibility with the instructional team, which includes the classroom and curriculum content teachers. The library becoming an active learning environment. Information literacy being taught in context. Increased level of professional contribution. Here are some of the roles that the school librarian will take on in the guided inquiry model. First, as a resource specialist, where the librarian develops library resources through print, internet, and available technology, maybe through ebooks, tablets, computers. They also promote a connection with the community through resources like the public library, or maybe even through social networking with students using the latest social media. Next, they are also an information literacy teacher, where the librarian takes an active role in guiding a student through the inquiry process. They maintain long-term relationships with students from year to year, fosters constructivist learning environment, and they also will help develop the 21st century skills in college and career readiness through guided inquiry. Finally, the role of the school librarian is as a collaboration gatekeeper, working with classroom teachers, administration, to promote guided inquiry. They'll coordinate a guided inquiry team, keeping communication open throughout, and uses flexible managerial skills. Here's a short video that I found on guided inquiry that can help further our understanding of inquiry and guided inquiry. You can watch the video here or check the link and take you to the web link of it. Here are the references that I used during the research of this project. I hope you enjoyed it.